So, former LA Clipper announcer Ralph Lawler, who's 86, said he's seen uh, the most dominant players at center position, and he said he'd take George Mikan and Will Chamberlain over Shaquille O'Neal. What do I think about that? I disagree with him. Um, Mikan played in the no black players playing era, so I have to disqualify him. It's kind of like how I look at baseball or football. I'm sorry, but if you don't have comparable contrast, I can't. No matter how great you were, I'm not saying Mikan wasn't great. However, let's keep it 100. And wasn't the most balanced, racially speaking, era. Will Chamberlain, be it Barry Bonds, Babe Ruth, whoever your criteria is compelling, always belongs in an argument. To me, he's the only person that I would put with Shaquille O'Neal as far as dominance. But it's different type of dominance. His was more statistical, not in terms of imposing his will and not in terms of dominant where he won chips. Now he granted he went to a bunch of finals, but he lost to Bill Russell. And what's that say about Bill Russell? You see, when we have these kind of debates and discussions, they don't make sense. Now, from a physical standpoint, Shaquille O'Neal was the most dominant. From a dominant standpoint from winning, nobody's seeing Bill Russell. The disrespect for Bill Russell is incredible. I'm sorry, 11 out of 13 and two times as a player coach, no one's seeing that. But if we're just talking physical specimen, I'll say this. Only Wilt can make a case with Shaquille O'Neal. Mike didn't have the same era. He might have been great for his era, but you got to think about it. I've used the same argument I had with baseball, and I'll do that with the NFL too. I don't really include it when you start talking about stuff until you have all of it, not just the sum of it. It's also fashionable to dump on Shaquille O'Neal because some people have this love affair of dissing Shaq. They think that his 4 rings, he's the last man to three-peat in the modern eyes. He was clearly the most dominant player post Michael Jordan era, as far as individualized. And he, no matter who he played against, they hacker shacked him. They had guys come out where you had 24 fouls to give, where you had 4 centers to give 6 fouls a night each. That's dominance. Never heard that about George Mikan. Never heard it about Wilt Chamberlain. Never heard that about any other player. Shaquille O'Neal's points per game in the finals, he's got 3 of them in the top 10. The only other person who's got as many is Michael Jordan with 3. Take that how you want to take it. He imposed his will. He's the last man to three-peat in the finals. I don't think I need to say anything else. That's dominance. That's what you play for, you know. And he was a force during his peak in his prime, which not too many people can say. So I will have to say that when we start talking about this, and also you can't take nobody over nobody in the context of where they play in, because if you put all eras together, how you know how it would turn out, you know. But if you put Shaq back there, he might win a bunch of rings and have all the scoring. Wilt Chamberlain could come forward. He might win a bunch of rings and score, but I don't know how it would be in George Mike. It's hard to say. It's hard to say, you know. This is why I don't like necessarily saying that so and so is better than or that, because you got to have it all actual. But I am using the knock against Mike, and it's because he did not play in an equalized era. It's unfortunate because he seemed like a decent dude and all that, but he did not play in an equalized era, which no one ever wants to talk about. But I don't want his name coming up because of that. It's just like Babe Ruth. I'm sorry, in baseball, nothing before 1947 counts. I'm sorry. So Jackie Robinson, Larry Doby crossed the line. And that's how I'm looking at it in I look at it like that in basketball, and I look like that in football because the playing field has not been level. You give me a level playing field and I can see everybody all at once, then we can talk. So I have to respectfully disagree with this man about that. But can say they're all dominant, give you that. But to say that they would be over Shaquille O'Neal is an insult to Shaq, especially when the fact he did win more than Wilt, and he was hacked, and he was they came up with all kinds of things because they could not referee him. They knowingly know they had to do that because they had no answer for him, you know. And he got robbed out of league MVPs. Um, he should have had more free throw attempts. There's a lot of stuff that they. So anyway, that's my thoughts and takes on that remark. But you tell me what you think. Please like, subscribe, welcome thoughts, comments, and I do respond. Thank you. Wash your hands. Keep your mind clear. Watch out for another share if you like. Please hit that membership because when you do, the videos you bring forth, I will bring them back. Stay safe, stay blessed, stay true, stay honest, stay clear, stay clean, stay awesome, stay good. I'm out one time.